Dad.
Ven.
Get it para arriba. Let's go to the river.
Ya está grabando. Ahora baja la ventana un poquitico.
Ya, güey. Alumbra. Alumbra, reto. Se va a parar yo creo, espérate. ¿Qué, reina? Dad. It's coming. That nigga's big as fuck. Cállate, brother. Wait. Échense para atrás, cuidado.
Parece fine. Come venga. Vamos, dale. Ya vamos a salir ya.
Weird car chasing us.
Of course.
Are it chasing us?
Of course.
No, we don't know why. We don't know why.
Far, bro, and that's exactly what I was doing right here. Kelsey was watching me, bro.
He was like, look at her head.
Oh, he was looking at me.
I think he saw like this on your head.
The reflection or something.
Yeah, something in the
Oh,
I saw the shadow on the thing.
bro, and I was like,
What's going on? YouTube video. It was so scary.
You want water?
I need something to drink my vegetable.
You want water?
Do I need to get somebody a water?
no.
You don't have it?
Oh, I know what I'm gonna do.
Bro, there was this guy, when I was little, that he was scary, and he would walk up to people, just pop up to them and be like, do you have a cigar or coffee? Like, but he was like, his family had a lot of money, so they would dress him very nice. He wasn't aggressive, but for some kids, he was scary, you know, like the way that, because he was always like this.
Yeah.
And then he would walk up to you and say hi, and he would be like, my friend, do you have a cigar? You would tell him no, he would be like, coffee? Like, that's all he liked to do all day. And one day, bro, like I was getting ready for school that day, my mom had left early. Bro, and that guy is looking for my mom, but I didn't know. I had my windows, I have windows from the roof to the bottom, to the floor. Was like a whole line of like glass, the door, and it was one of those antique, like, you know, but it was super nice, you know. And bro, somebody's knocking at the door, bro, and when I'm going to look who it is, it's like, bro, at 7 in the morning, bro, that guy, and I was there by myself. That was crazy. And I was like, what do you want? And he's like, I'm looking for your mom. Is there any coffee or, you know? And I was like, oh my goodness. This dude, bro. Like, he almost gives me a heart attack.
Yeah.
I was there by myself. I mean, I should need to take off the thing.
Yeah, take off the hat. Because I mean, you ain't got no hair to burn.
That was gas. Gas is
Hijo, siéntate acá con tu mano. Siéntate aquí con
Y las 9 se lo pueden sentar al lado.
Alright. We're back here in elUnico4ever podcast. I was waiting to do this for a long time. And today we're gonna be telling a story about what happened to us in YellowStone Park. This is for me it's a scary moment. I don't know for them. So we're gonna hear them let us hear the story from their mouth, what they experienced, what they remember, and yeah. Don't forget to like, subscribe, elUnico4ever podcast. We on welcome. I got Kelsey. I got the Casamelo twins. Welcome to the Casamelo twins. One more time, the Casamelo twins. For the first time, I got my daughter here. And Daniela. Hey! And for the first time as well, my beautiful, wonderful, the best woman in this world, my wife. Woo! Welcome to my wife. Alright. YellowStone Park. Yeah. Where do we start?
probably the fact that we got there so late that like the park wasn't open and we were able to get there and like kind of like
Wander around for a little bit.
yeah wander around. But it was late at night, so the best part about it is that we didn't even have to pay to get inside because
Yeah, I found out. Right now we are here. Right now we are in Colorado. You can see this is the snow right there. We're here to go skiing. And who the hell farted, bro? Bro, who the hell farted, bro?
that's crazy.
That's crazy, bro.
That is crazy.
Come on, guys. elUnico4ever podcast. We live, like,
Yeah.
and no editing. So whatever is done is done, and whatever is said, and they say internet doesn't forget. So. All right, let's go back to YellowStone. We're really close by to YellowStone Park right now. We are a few hundred miles from it. So, yeah, I remember that there is in one of the entrance to go to YellowStone. There is what he's talking about is they got like a special type, like a toll type of thing to enter the park. But at 10 o'clock, after 10 p.m. I feel like they close. Well, I find out they close at 10 p.m.
Time.
At certain time, they close those gates.
Yeah.
We got there like at 3 in the morning. But I'm start saying one of my first experience. I don't know if any of you remember this. There is one of the road going to YellowStone. All right, I think it's in Wyoming. And in one of them roads, we stopped in the middle of the road for a second to listen. I was listening. I had my window was open, so because my window was open, I was like listening. Like I'm like, I think I hear a wolf, and I'm like, nah, would that be like wolf? We stop, and when we stop completely, do a full stop, we start hearing oh, and they changing and then you can see the lightning of the eyes in the dark.
Yeah.
Because of the car lights and everything. You can see like the eyes popping out like and I'll be like, oh, So I really fast told my wife, let's put the windows up and let's keep going. That those animals start jumping to your window, and to them you are just food. I feel like that. I feel, man, I didn't start this. It's alright. It's alright. Still recording. It don't matter. But bro,
Question.
I need to go to the bathroom.
What do
uh, so okay, Diango. What do you remember about Yellowstone?
It was pretty cool. I like it. I think it's a place that everybody should go to at least. Like at one point in their life, 'cause it's pretty. It's like a good experience. It's a good experience. Like for a family to go to. And I don't know. It's just something I feel like people should see in their lifetime at some point.
Okay. What do you remember about Yellowstone?
They had a lot of bears and a lot of bison and a lot of really nice
How many bears do you saw?
probably like 7.
Wow. Yeah.
But they also,
Around that.
they there's like a lot of bison, and not just that, they had like some like thermal water like springs or whatever, and they were really cool because they had like different like colors to them, and they were like steam and stuff and all that. Yeah.
Geysers. The geysers. Oh, geysers. How do you say? Geysers. Okay. Sorry, guys.
But,
Go ahead.
I thought it was pretty cool how we were able to get there at night, kind of, and roam around for a little bit. We got the free entry and stuff, and then we got hit by bison. Yeah,
Oh wow, that's wild. Second crazy story. We are on top of the mountains in Yellowstone, and there is a moment when I'm driving. It's like 3 a.m. I have those videos, guys. You're gonna be watching those videos, the real videos from those moments. You're gonna see the video. You're gonna see, for example, what I got left is the bison hitting a tree. Boom, boom. But I'm gonna tell you what happened before the bison hit the tree. Bro, I'm driving. They are sleeping. Well, I don't know. Some of them. So I'm driving. And all of a sudden, bro, I cannot believe it. I see a bison coming. Against my car. Bro, I'm like, what the hell is going on, bro? And I turn to the side, this is
I told him
one of
turn
the,
off the lights.
one of God's miracle is like when I turn to the side, Yellowstone, if you've been there in Yellowstone, it's a lot of how do you call it? Risk? Cliff. There's a lot of cliffs. Like the edge is right there with no protection or nothing. You just go down the cliff if you mess up. So I got lucky that when I turned to my right side, I'll never forget. I turned to my right side. There is one of these little place that you can park to look at the view. Yes, at the overlook. So it was lucky that it was like I'm passing by an overlook, and I turned, and I was lucky that I was able to do that because that bison was coming straight forward to the car. So the bison is going. My wife's telling me turn the light, turn off the light. I turn off the light, turn the other way, and the bison keeps heads to the other way. I head to my right. He heads to his right. And he went straight to a tree. So in that moment, I grabbed the phone and, bro, let me film this. Like, and he goes to the tree and he starts hitting a tree. Boom. And I have that video.
Yeah,
He hitting that bit. It's like bro, that's weird. It's like that bison got mad, and it was a big monster. It was like
Bigger than the
something
car.
huge like that. So to me, it was like, yeah, bigger than the whole front of the car. What I was looking at was like something bigger than my front of my car. I had like a van, so it was like even like
Yeah.
So, but any of you remember that?
Yeah.
What do you
I was
remember?
partially awake whenever that happened. I remember us pulling over. I mean, I don't think I seen it coming at us. I think I remember like you pulling over, and then seeing the bison like hitting the tree. But besides that, I don't think I remember the bison coming at the car. But I was probably asleep by then because it was probably like 2 or 3 in the morning when we got there.
What about you?
I remember that. I do remember that, but I don't like after that I fell asleep and I don't remember anything till like what happened to it. Probably the worst thing that happened to it that night or the next day.
What do you remember, baby?
Yeah, well, after that, we started driving around the park and we saw a lot of bisons just laying on the grass. We took videos and pictures of them. They were just, just laying there on the grass.
Or what do you remember about the moment that I just said about the bison?
yeah.
What do you remember?
Yeah, he did that. He was charging at the car, but I noticed that the light was bothering him because he was just walking normal, and as soon as he saw those lights, he started getting kind of like crazy. Whenever I saw him, I was like, "Oh, look, there's a bison. He's running!" And he was actually charging. Yeah, charging to the.
So that's how you saw it. You saw it like, oh look, there's a bison charging to us. That's how you saw it.
Not like that, but I was like, like I was pretty like freaked out because he was acting very aggressive. He was
I feel
kinda,
like the only thing I really remember is just like you swerved so like hard and like it was so like out of nowhere and rapidly that because I was probably sleeping, but I woke up and I seen the bison like hit the tree and like, but like I just remember like you swerving really hard and that's what woke me up. What was going on?
Yeah, I bet if you would have not turned that way, the way you did, and like how, and then turn off the light also, like he would have hit our car like
But
pretty bad, and the edge was like right there. The clip was right there.
Did y'all see them? Because I swear I heard somebody that y'all didn't even see the bison or whatever. Like it was like last minute. And, like, it was
No,
Yeah, to me, pop up last minute, like
yeah, but I was looking, so I
from
saw
here
him, but
to like the door,
I was surprised to
It
see
just
one of
came out
those
of the
things
dark,
in the
kind of
street.
like-
out of the
Yeah,
dark, out of the dark.
out
Yeah,
of the
it came out of the dark.
Yep.
But I mean, it is like
And it's kind of weird though because that's like the only. I'm not saying that it's weird that there was a bison there, but like I find it was weird that there was a bison in that specific spot because like throughout the whole trip,
Mhm.
after that we didn't see any other bison really till it got and only one for there to only be one just roaming around because they're normally together. So for there to just be one there,
And it was one of the biggest one that I saw there. That one was so big.
Was huge,
Way bigger
yeah,
than the
was
car.
huge,
Way
was
bigger
huge.
than the car.
and we were like on the side. We were on kind of like at the side of the mountain or whatever. So I felt like it was kind of weird for that bison to be there where it was at, and for it to be by itself. Because I feel like normally there's like 2 or 3 or 4, together walking around or something. So I don't know.
Yeah. That was very strange.
All right, who believe in conspiracy theories?
I guess I feel like some can be reasonable. Like,
All right, Let's jump into the kidnapping. I believe we were almost kidnapped. What do you believe?
Yeah, they were definitely trying to kidnap us and the kids. Or harm us to get the kids.
I don't know what it was, or I don't know. Well, we obviously don't know who was in that car or what was going on, other than we definitely knew that person was trying to do something with us. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know what it was, maybe to talk to us or
To talk to us?
No, not to.
like what
Wow.
I mean to talk to us is like to try and like get to the point where he can.
So somebody. I may jump into the story, but if somebody chasing you through a mountain, through an empty space. I'm gonna look for the name of the street. This street in Yellowstone is the Indian Death Road, something like that. That's how it is called, and it's a death zone. Like the police, the police stations are so far apart from each other that that space, that area has
No law.
has no laws.
They're like it's ran by natives, like it's by Indians, like it's Indian territory, so it can't. There's no like law enforcement can't act upon whatever happens there because it's not part of their, like I guess it'll have to be taken care of by the tribe or whatever.
Here, look. If anybody is curious to what we're talking about, all you have to look up is Zone of Death, and it'll tell you that it's located in Yellowstone. But it says here that the Zone of Death is a 50 square mile, which is a pretty long strip of land.
Yes.
A 50 square mile area in the Idaho section of Yellowstone National Park, in which, as a result of reported loopholes in the Constitution, so there's like loopholes in the Constitution that because of the loopholes in the Constitution of the United States, a person may be able to theoretically avoid conviction for any major crime. So because of how the Constitution is made, there's like
No law, pretty much.
there's ways that somebody can get away with murder there. Like
So basically, by this, there is also no police. There is no police station. There is nothing out there really. Like it's empty space in the mountain that there is no type of security.
Houses.
Yeah, any human being can be harmed or disappear or kidnapped or kill. And really, 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 I'm gonna tell you something. Nobody will find out. In those zones, somebody kills you, nobody will find out.
Yeah.
There is no cameras. There is no proof or nothing. Just empty space. Empty. Some places, a few hundred miles, more than 100 miles of empty space. But let's hear from the main person that I feel he knows the whole story better. Like she was the one that noticed everything that was happening, and now I want to give the word to my wife so she let us know exactly what she experienced that day at Yellowstone Park.
Well, pretty much whenever we were in there looking at the animals, it was morning time. We were driving around, like we said before, we got there pretty early, like around 3 in the morning. So we were just driving around the whole time. We went to get some breakfast, then we went back in. And there was multiple people there. Some people were with family members. Some others were in different like big buses. Some other people were with like RVs and stuff. And a few of the places that we went to, I noticed a particular guy that was after like our third or the fourth stop, that I noticed a guy that he was kind of like close to us, but he wasn't there with like a family member or a girlfriend or no one. I just saw him by himself. And he was just looking from the distance and from inside his car. And he was pretty much staring at us, but mainly the kids.
Okay.
And I saw him one time, then I saw him in another place. We went to like the restroom, and we went to look at one of the visitor centers to see, what they had going on there. And then we went to another place, and I saw the same guy. He was again staring at us. He was by himself, and I saw him at least 4 times inside the place. But he was always acting like he was taking pictures, but he was mainly looking at us. So that was something that I saw, you know.
They click on you.
Yeah, so that, you know, I was trying to be aware and pay attention. And I didn't want to tell you from before because I didn't want you to, you know, get concerned. Maybe it was like something that I was noticed, but it was like not actually something happening. It was
Okay.
like maybe just a how do
Yeah,
you
just
say, like,
not to worry me. Just maybe it
yeah,
was
and
like
I
a
didn't wanna
confusion.
freak you guys out, and maybe it was just a coincidence that we have bumped
Yeah.
into, you know, those
Yeah.
places at the same time.
So you feel like he was we already uh was in a few same places at the same time, right? Like
Yes.
we were in a place and then he was there. Then we go to another place and then he was there too. And then we
Usually
go
he
to
will
another
get
place.
there- he will get there after we got there.
So you notice that we will get to a place and then this guy
you'll see the
will get
guy,
there.
yeah, the same guy, yeah.
Okay.
So that was one thing I noticed, you know, and we spent pretty much the whole day there at the park. It's a beautiful place. Definitely, people should go and visit Yellowstone. It's beautiful. They have a lot of like animals, and you know, we saw a bunch of bears, you know, and other animals there. Um, and it's like a very good place to have like a good quality time. But we definitely had an experience there with what happened.
All right. What else?
And well, when it was about time for us to leave, I saw the same guy in the car, and I then it was when I told you, you know, we were gonna start driving to go to the other place that we were going to,
Mm-hmm.
and I told you, look, I don't want you to like be concerned, but just in case, I have to tell you that there's this man like this that he's been
Following us.
following us, and then because I saw him that last time, and then that's when I told you, you know, and I kind of like told the kids and everything, and
So you told them as well?
yeah, like whenever I said it to you, they were listening in the, you know, so
Do you remember that?
Daniela, she started looking back on the
You remember?
window.
They were very little, guys. Not little, but not that little, but
Yeah, but Daniela was definitely looking back at the window, like from the rear of the van.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was way after. What are you talking
Yeah.
about at that moment?
No. Like after everything started, you know, she started looking back, you know, at
Through the back of the
van.
When we first started chasing us.
Daniela. So
What about because we didn't know, I don't think we knew he was. I didn't really. Before we left, we stopped by and we saw some bears or something like that, like a bear and a cub, I think. With a black bear.
Yeah, I remember.
That was like the last thing we saw before we left. Did we know that he was chasing us? Like,
back there, no. At that moment, I didn't know.
I thought what happened was that we were leaving the park and we were looking at the pictures, and we looked back and that same car behind us.
No. The last for
Oh no, that was
no.
That's after. No, what had happened was that whenever we were leaving, like whenever everything got done and over with, whenever everything happened, you were looking back at the pictures and you were like, oh look, that same car's in this picture.
No. The first time is when Lizzie told me.
No, like after the whole thing got done. Happened.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yes, I don't remember exactly, but yeah, probably because I went back, yeah, and we find out a few stuff that I'm gonna be sharing with you guys. I'm gonna be sharing with you. What do you remember about that moment?
I think you can
Your mom it was telling me about like you started looking behind the
Whenever
mirror.
I told your dad about that the guy was behind us, like following us in Yellowstone. You turn around and you were looking back through the which part? Whenever he first started chasing us before we hit the curb. So basically, I told you after I told you this, I said, and is that car behind us? And I said, don't look, but that car behind us is being like following us, you know. And then we enter in one of the last places that like to look at the view, whatever. There's like one last of the Mirador, the overlooks. One of the last overlook. We pull up right there to take like one last picture there, and the guy just kept driving, and you said, "Oh no, he just kept going," and I said no, and then I said, "Just wait." And then we finished taking those pictures, and then we got in the car. We left again, and then he was at another stop, just parked there with the hat like that on the face, covering his face.
That's
he
right.
told me that he was probably tired, that he was resting.
Yes.
And I said, no, he's not. He's waiting because he was following us. He wants to know which way we're going.
That's right, Ro. And now I click. No. I think now I click when you say that I check on the pictures. I think right there and then I started checking on the pictures, and it's when I saw that he was in a few other places right behind us when I was taking the pictures, the selfies. Because I was taking selfies like this, and then you will see the crowd of people, and then in that crowd of people, he will be there in the pictures. Now I remember why you remember about that moment.
So pretty much, as soon as we passed him, then the guy started coming, like I told you, behind us. Like we didn't first see him because it was a curve. And I said, but keep looking because I know he's going to come. Because I felt it because of everything that I have seen and the way that he was looking at us. I knew that he was up to something with us, So whenever I told you, just keep looking, then he started coming at full speed, and it was when everything else happened. But what were you saying?
Did you start?
I think she was the only one that was up.
She was the only one that was
Yeah, you guys fell asleep. Like it was crazy.
All right, let's start with the intensive part, because the most intensive video that I have is from you. What age were you at that moment? Do you remember what age?
I think she was like probably like what? 12?
That was 2019. Yeah, 2019. I can look up the stuff.
But she
was like 8 probably.
No, she was 12 because that's 6 years from now.
13. 12, 13, yeah.
So she was 13 years old.
But the part where everything started that I remember was that we were on the stuff where it's like the acid thing on the mountain, and there was like la madera for you to walk on top of because we couldn't touch it. And then from there, I remember you telling me that would be followed, and you acted like we were going straight because we had to turn in this way. You acted like you were going straight because the car was like to check, but you turned in here fast, and he kept going because it was too late for him. And then Dad was saying it was fine, but the car turned around and followed the way we were going because you kept going.
That's crazy. I forgot.
The fact that they start up there.
That's how really. I like that. She really remembers how it started. This is how it really started, guys. Well, it really started with.
It was still daylight.
It was daylight, but it was about to get nighttime, and it was already late because in Yellowstone, I remember it was like 8 something, and it still was.
And it was day.
It was daylight still, but it was about to be 9 p.m. It was about to be almost 9 p.m.
I remember that.
I remember something like that, I think, but I don't remember what did that happen? Did it happen on the way out of the park or during?
Yeah, when we were leaving.
All right, so
but we left through a different route because
there was cones. There was cones blocking off a certain road.
All right, guys, this is one of the important parts that I wanted to touch. All right. My wife tells me the guys following us, So now I'm looking through the right side mirror to the back, and he's right behind us, and then the road that the GPS is telling me to take. Okay, we are from Florida, and in order for us to get back to Florida, we had to take this road. It was the best way to go. So the GPS is telling us to go that way, but that road is blocked. with, it's like a construction thing. You know, they got those the cones
Barriers or
and the barriers. But the one, you know, they got like 2 barriers and like 2 or 3 cones right there stopping the traffic. Yeah, easy. Like, you know, guys, you gotta watch out for this stuff and be very aware about this type of situation. I was lucky that my wife was very aware and was already paying attention, and she noticed that the guy was following us, and then she got us all alert and ready. And then you see, my daughter was already watching and looking and ready as well. So I remember that we cannot take that road, and then we have to give a U-turn. That's the part that Daniela was telling. When we give a U-turn, and then we have to take an alternative road. And when we take that alternative road, that car also does the same thing. Start following us on that alternative road. Of course, at that moment, of course, any reasonable, common sense person will tell his family, oh, that should be normal, because they probably doing the same thing that we're doing. The road is broad. We gotta go back and find an alternative road. They are probably doing the same thing. That's the regular human common sense. No, guys, you gotta be aware. You gotta be alert. You gotta think outside the box, because something might be going on. It might not be like, you know, just a coincidence. You understand? So, yes, they had that roadblock. I wanted to make sure you guys know that sometimes, you know, construction signs, all these things, people come by or steal it or whatever, and they can block the road and make you go a different route. So you got to be aware of if something might be happening, or, but it had like, all right. So you was aware since that moment that we were like, so you remember that you remember when he turned around us, and then what else? What else do you remember?
So we kept on going, we kept on looking at the car, and he disappeared for a minute.
Can you talk a little louder?
He disappeared for a minute, but then he desapareció otra vez. He like appeared again.
Okay.
Because he was like going slower, I guess.
No, talk louder para que se oiga bien, porque si no, no se ve bien.
He disappeared for
Yeah.
a minute, and then we seen him again.
But this is very important. This is very important because, guys, from here, I want you to let me know in the comments if you feel that it was a real. I want your opinion. If what you're gonna hear is a real trafficking situation, traffic situation. Well, I say traffic. Guys, so I want to know. Let me know in the comments, guys. Let me know in the comments if you feel that we were about to be kidnapped or not. Listen to this, what she's gonna tell you, and what I saw, what my wife saw. Listen to these words and pay attention and tell me if this is a regular human behavior, and if this was not completely with bad intentions. Well, wait and hang on to the end, because cops gets involved. It gets dark, guys. Wait for it. We're gonna keep going. All right. So you remember? One of the first things you remember is the guy following us, and then it disappears, and then it comes back, right? Come on, let me know after that what happened. So he comes back. So he disappears for a little bit. We don't see it. It's like, okay, maybe he's not.
He's like maintaining his distance.
Maintaining his distance, but it's one-way road.
He disappeared completely.
And it's
whenever we will get to a passing zone, instead of him passing us, if he was to be trying to go faster or whatever, like whenever we will get to a passing zone, like he will stay really behind, and then after the passing zone, he will come really fast at us, like really.
Okay, yeah, I know, but I want to know from what was the first? I want the audience to capture your first experience of after we turn. We see the block road. We see. Focus on this moment. We see the road is blocked. We give a U-turn and get the alternative road. What do you see after that? What do you remember after that? After turning, what do you feel? What do you remember? What?
Well, nothing that I was right on what I was suspecting that he was definitely
But
following
describe
us.
to me what do you experience after that? After we give the U-turn.
Well, I did a very I know well, I never did a U-turn. I just turned really fast. Instead of going straight, I just turned like that. And he was the one that kept going straight and did a very fast U-turn. He went back and then he started going behind us. And that's when everything started, all the chasing.
Okay, there is always been like a misunderstanding of remembering from my part, I believe. So for what I remember, so we saw the roadblock, and then you turned really fast. You told me, watch this, right? And then
Yes,
you
I
turned.
acted like if I was going straight, and then I didn't put the signal that I was gonna go to the right, and then he just kept going straight. And then whenever I went on the other road, he did a U-turn and he started coming behind us really fast.
Guys, yeah, sometimes I think sometimes there is stuff that you might show better than I, because I was like also focused on just trying to look through a review mirror. So there is stuff that you might see that I didn't saw, and stuff that I saw that you might didn't see, and that's why I want exactly. I want to make sure. So what?
Okay, so what was it after that you saw?
So I want you to explain to me after that exactly, because I didn't know you was I thought you was sleeping as well.
No, she was.
So I didn't know it was awake the complete road. So I want to know the whole version of you. What do you experience? What do you remember when you turn? When we turned, and then it was almost like a fact that we were being followed by whatever this guy or these guys inside this van.
It was a car.
It was a what?
It was a car.
A car,
It was
a jeep,
black Jeep.
a jeep, like
Black Jeep.
completely the dark tint, right?
Yeah.
Completely dark tint. You cannot see through at all. Well, through the front mirror a little bit, you can see back like the form of a human being driving and everything. But okay, what do you remember?
After that, he kept his distance, like I said. And then at this point, it's already like dark outside when we're driving. And then that's when he started messing with his light beams. He would accelerate and put his high beams on, and he would get very, very, very close to our car, like if he was gonna like bump it. And then he just step on his brakes, put his low beams on, and then just turn them completely off and let us drive. And then he'd accelerate, and he just kept on doing that throughout the whole entire way.
For how long did this happen? For how long do you remember this happen?
More than 100 miles.
I don't remember, but I know it was through the whole way till we got to the construction.
But for you, what you remember,
Felt long.
did it feel for how long?
Like it was like an hour 30 minutes.
Yeah. And,
Okay.
100 miles, about 100
And
miles.
then
Because I kept
Yes.
telling you
It was that
where the
long.
heck is the gas station? 'Cause
You guys
we're
were completely
running out
knocked
of
out. That's the
gas.
problem.
No, because I wake up, Diego up.
Nah, I woke up.
Diego, no. I woke you up. You stayed up for like 10 minutes and went back to sleep.
Whenever she woke me up, she's like, so I'm sleeping, and we're just swerving a lot or whatever. I'm sleeping, and she touches me. She's like, wake up, they're following us. I'm like, what do you mean they're following us? And then I look back, and I see the guy like doing what he was doing, but I don't know if I was just tired or if I was just like, I don't know what it was, but I went back to sleep. And somehow I remember I woke up again because I remember something because I was in the very back seat, and I remember something that y'all were saying that because you had a really strong flashlight and you were going to hit a curve. and y'all wanted to bribe him to see if maybe he can like get off the track or whatever, and with the flashlight. But I remember that, and after that, everything else I just fell asleep.
Yeah, he kept on reflecting the flashlight on the mirror.
Okay, so
On the
what?
side mirror, you were.
Now that I think about it,
And you like at this point, you guys were talking about if something happens, y'all need to run into the bushes, and I have a screwdriver in my hand because y'all were saying because y'all seen the dude reach into the glove compartment.
Yeah.
So if somebody will come and ask you, do you believe that that guy was up to something bad with you guys? What would you say?
Yeah.
Completely, definitely.
Yeah.
Because turn it off.
When we stopped at the construction site, we told the construction workers, and they had like a little, like a mini golf cart thingy, and then or a little tiny, I don't know what it's called. But they went up to the car, and that's how the police got involved. And he was telling the cops that he wasn't following a family with kids, but the officer never gave him that information.
Of course, yeah, but we haven't get that far yet. But my question is, for you seeing this guy, have you ever seen that again in your life? A guy coming at you like that, turning off the lights, coming at you like.
I've actually been paranoid because I was at my friend's house and we watched a movie like about this girl that get kidnapped. But I'm at the it's in Centerville. I'm at the stop sign and I'm on my phone. I'm texting someone and I told them that I was on the way home. And after that, there's a white car in front of me, right? And then I turn and I keep going, but then the car follows me too and puts his high beams on. And I was like, oh, hell no, bro. Like I stepped on the gas. I was going like 70, 80, and then I was going to reach 90, but then turns out it was an officer.
Okay.
Because he turned his lights on. It was like going like when buja la loma de Centerville, by Pagabaquesa. I mean, Paola. And the cop pulled me over, but I just told him.
So from your point of view,
Yeah, we were being chased.
we're being chased?
Yes.
Completely, right?
Yes.
And I'm wondering if since I'm pretty sure they were doing that. He was doing that to us before we even did that to him back. But I'm wondering if with his lights, what he was trying to do was flash us so that my mom got like bright lighted or something like that, and like threw her off the cliff or something like that somehow.
Baby, I want you to describe what exactly happened when you start driving down, and this guy starts disappearing. Guys,
It's like pitch, like completely dark. We're in the middle of the mountains. It's completely dark. If you turn your lights off, you can't see nothing at all.
He saw where he was at, and he knew what he was doing because we didn't see a single car coming, neither the way that we were going or the opposite way. It was crazy because there was not a single car interaction that we had other than with that person. So he knew the place that he was in, and he knew what he was doing. Like every time we would get to a passing zone, he would stay behind, turn off his lights, and then after the passing zone, because at one point I kind of like slowed down to see if he was gonna pass me, just let go, go ahead, But at the same time, it wouldn't leave my head the thought of knowing that I had seen him in so many multiple places, and that he was completely staring at us, especially all the kids. So that was something that was in my head, that and then whenever he told me, oh, stop the car, I'm not afraid, this and that, I said, well, I just saw him reach into his glove compartment, so he could probably be up to something, definitely, and that's why I decided to just, drive as fast as possible, which is crazy to drive there fast because, there's so many curves and there's so many.
A lot of tight curves.
Yeah, and there's some curves that you gotta drive even at 20 miles because they're like so dangerous.
At what time you was the maximum speed you remember you were doing?
I don't know, but
I remember you were like at 60, 65 miles, in certain areas that it was really dangerous, and it was like 30 miles per hour, and she was hitting those curves like 60 miles because this guy was like charging at us.
I don't think that guy, he was kind of wanting one of the kids to kind of get away from y'all or something. Because if there's just one guy, he's not about to take down a whole family, more than likely. I think
But it's
that he
true what
was
you're saying.
waiting. I think he was waiting to see if David or Daniela or one of the boys, drifted off and could snag him. Well, if he was following y'all all day and he never got that opportunity, I think he was kind of doing whatever he could to get y'all to stop. Like, he was flashing his lights because a lot of people will do that and they're like, oh, something's going on, let's let him around. Let's pull over.
Yes,
whatever.
but we did that. We did that many times. We almost pulled over. We slowed down almost to like a 5 miles, 2 miles, and then he would slow down and he wouldn't. But I like that. I like that opinion of you. That's very nice opinion because
But yeah, I think that he was kind of like desperate at that point. Like, oh,
Yes.
they're getting away. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, I need to do something. Like, he was trying to make an effort to do something because he had wasted all his chances at all these other places, I think.
But as the same as you, I came to one conclusion. Okay, guys, I don't know about you, but in my mind, okay, at that moment I was like really huge. I was really huge. I was doing a lot of weight training, and I was like taking a lot of protein, creatine, everything. I was really pumped, guys. Whoever uh, go and follow my Instagram, elUnico4ever. And in my Instagram, you can see, you can just like back, and then you can see pictures from me in 2019 when I was at Yellowstone Park. I have all those pictures, videos from Yellowstone Park, encounters with the bears. Everything is on my Instagram page, elUnico4ever. Uh, but I thought the same thing. In my mind, I'm thinking, one man, well, this I thought way after everything happened. But in my mind, I thought one man cannot risk himself. Like, to me, this was a big wondering way after this happened. I spent months thinking about this. Like, I spent months, literally. It will come up to my mind when I'm doing weight training, I'm doing running, I'm writing a letter, reading a book, I'm watching videos in my phone, and this thing will pop up in my mind because it was a really scary situation where I felt that I was about to lose my family. And I was thinking like, damn, bro, like, you be crazy. Like, I don't care if they kill me, but if I live through something like what something happened to my family and not being able to protect them as I would want to.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I'm thinking, bro, a guy is following us. I get to see him a little bit after when the police get to stop him, and then afterwards, the police get to stop him, and okay, I got an idea of what happened. Daniela is telling the moment where, that's why I like that moment when she says, because one of the first time that he disappears for more than 5 to 10 minutes. Is that right? Do you remember that moment? All right. My theory, guys, is that this guy is following us, but he got his own crew waiting to do the kidnapping, to do the killing, to do the organ transplant, whatever the hell they got going on, whatever situation was about to happen. I got 3 young kids, healthy, strong, very healthy, strong kids. I mean, four kids, very healthy, very strong, and they all, we all know that money runs the world, and anybody that needs an organ for his family member and they got money to pay for it, believe me, it can be done. It can be done. It ain't that hard. It ain't that difficult. It ain't that fairy tale as most people think. Oh, no, there is laws and cops and this. No, it wouldn't. Yeah, it's happening. And massacres and everything. We see it every day. And we got thousands of homeless in the streets, and things happen. Every day, things happen. So to me, that guy has a crew waiting because it don't make sense. I'm a strong man. They got like 14 years already, 14 years old, 15 almost. So they are kids, but they are not like that little that they cannot protect themselves and fight, and they can give a strong fight. And so I got my theory. And my theory, I think I guarantee it 99% because I was raised in the streets of Cuba. I was raised on the streets of Miami, and I have met a few people in my life, and I have heard a few stories in my life, watched a few movies, and have some own experience of myself. So because of that, I can almost guarantee that this guy had a crew waiting. He comes, he's following us, all right, and we all do agree in that in the first 10 minutes of we take that road, he disappears. Imagine a one-way road. You're going down one-way road, and then this guy stops for like 10 minutes. And after 10 minutes, we see this car coming back. In my mind, I told my wife, you see, this is what really happened. I told my wife, you see, there is nothing going on. Like, he probably.
And I told you, yes, there is.
So in my mind, I'm at this moment, I'm like, man, we are all like panicking for no reason. And then it's what Daniela says. It comes charging right at us, full speed. And when it's coming charging right at us, he got the high beams on. So he got high beams coming charged. And
He got close to the car when he can have him.
he is super close to the car.
Flick the lights because you can see it on the video where I was recording. You can starts flicking the lights and then stops. Turns it off, accelerates again, does the same thing, and then stops.
So you record this, right? This is the videos that I have. Is your recordings, right? You guarantee that it's you from that moment when we was living that, and you remember this guy coming at you, turning off the lights, turning it on, coming full speed. Yeah, and we have the video when she's telling Diego, hey, they following us. Like that's the video I was using for promotion on Instagram. So what I feel is he picked up a few guys and now he's able to complete the job. Why I do get to this conclusion, guys? Because after he chased us the whole mountain, all the way down, at the bottom of the mountain, before we get to the end of the mountain, he disappeared for another 10 minutes. So after a little bit of time, I think we got delivery pizza, guys. So check it, please. So after like 10 minutes, after many days of me thinking, months thinking, I figured out that this guy stopped 10 minutes. He stopped 10 minutes because those 10 minutes he picked up the people that he needed for the job. And then at the bottom of the mountain, he stopped 10 minutes before again to drop the same people because they couldn't complete the job. So this is the other option that I know because you don't know this other part at the end. Your perspective is very accurate. It could have been, and I could be mistaken because this is an assumption that I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I had this other perception after months of thinking. I figured out that, man, I feel, because that's the only moment that it happened. Yeah. It happened at the beginning of the chasing. When he first started chasing us, there was a stop of 10 minutes of completely disappearing. And at the bottom of the mountain, there was another stop of 10 minutes. But I don't know. You tell me, what do you remember, baby?
In the bottom of the mountain?
What do you remember about, like, the chasing and after he was chasing us and then we getting down there?
Well, as soon as I stop the car, that's when I tell you, because you have been wanting to, like, stop to confront the guy. But I had told you no, because I pray in my mind and I feel that God answered me instantly, and I felt like a conviction that we couldn't stop, you know. And I was praying in my mind because I have a problem. I don't have a problem with driving fast, but whenever it's in like places that are with like curves, I get like very dizzy in my stomach, and I can't drive fast. Um, you know, so I kind of like pray, and God gave me the strength, you know, and the will to drive, you know, good without having any type of problem during like the curves and stuff. Because I have literally been pulled over just by driving slow whenever I'm driving in a curved place. Like I got stopped
Who remembers?
one time, and the officer thought that I was drunk, and I said, "No, I just don't like driving fast in the curves because it makes me sick in my stomach." And he was laughing. He said, "Well, try to drive faster because you're gonna cause an accident."
What?
So you know, whenever we got down after driving for like what Daniela says, almost an hour and a half, there was a construction site right there, and they had stopped the cars, and then you got out fast to try to confront the guy.
Okay.
And the guy came and asked, "Hey, what's going on?" Because he just drove away.
Yeah, that was good that you waited to get out until there, because if you had stopped in the middle of the mountain or whatever, and you know, if he had had a gun or something, he could have just got rid of you like that, and then it was just her and the kids, and which they can still defend themselves to a point, but they're still not going to be as protected without you.
And that's the other big possibility. That's the other 100%. The other Kelsey, the other possibility that I felt that it could happen is that one. That one is one like that one will match perfectly fine without creating new people, because he could be able to be alone, create a situation where the guy will stop, get down, confront the other person right there and there. I can shoot you, kill you, and then they are free for me to do whatever I can do. I want to do. Or that's a like the one of the most.
Stop the car. I'm not afraid. I said, I'm not afraid either, but I just saw him reaching into his glove compartment. We really didn't have a gun on us or nothing, like, for us to, like, yeah, we could fight, and I don't mind fighting if I have to. But that's not the point. The point is that if he had a gun, they could have shot us, and then he had easy access to the kids.
So who remember what I wanted to do? I think Diego already told a little bit about it. About when I grabbed the flashlight. Because my wife, okay, guy, we driving down.
No, that's not what you want to do. You weren't flashing him to get him off the road. You were flashing him to see if there was other people in the car with him.
As well, but no, but you don't remember. Well, let me see if you remember.
You told me to get a demo, padre. That's not done.
There you go. Pieces falling in place.
Or two boy had demo, I flashed.
Guys, we're being chased. This guy is coming at us in the middle of the dead zone in the YellowStone mountain. He's coming at us full speed. Boom! With the high beam lights. Boom! All of a sudden, he stops and he turns off the lights, and then we cannot see the car again. And he disappears into the dark of the YellowStone mountain, full of cliff. My wife is speeding like at 50 miles, 60 miles in areas where 30 miles from you can easily get off the cliff and die. But she's doing this not because she's reckless, but because we're being followed, and it's like potential, completely potential danger behind us happening. And in this moment, she was in complete control of the wheel and had complete control of the situation. She was driving perfectly fine. And guys, what it occurred to my mind, I don't have no guns on me. I don't carry guns. I don't like guns. I trust God. Got complete confidence, and the time that I don't need to be in this world anymore. Welcome. It don't matter. One day I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna departure, and everybody else as well. So we should be comfortable with the idea of dying and passing away. So it don't matter to me. So I don't carry guns. I don't believe in hurting another human being like that. So it occurred to me, but if I need to protect my family, guys, don't doubt that I'm gonna do whatever it needs to take to protect my family. So what I did is, what it occurred to me, I had like some flashlights that they got like high potency luminance, like they got like 5,000 luminance, like they're like really even better than the cops flashlights, like they got like a strong. So what I did is, I was telling the kids, guys, I had like what I had is like tools from the car. So the tools from the car, I wanted to like grab like the whatever to pull the wheel. No, the how do you,
Like the
como los tubos y la.
No, the
Right?
four-way.
Yeah, the ranches, the four ways, all those things. So I'm thinking in my mind, what I'm gonna do is, this is gonna be crazy, but if it takes that to save my family, we're gonna have to do it. So I'm thinking in my mind, I'm telling the kids, guys, we're gonna stop. You're gonna flash the lights at them, and then I'm gonna come down when you flash the lights at them from inside the car. From inside the car, we stop. I'm telling them for us to stop, flash the light, and then I'll come down when they get blind by the lights, and through them the wrenches, start attacking them with the wrenches. So that was one of the ideas that I had in mind that I was sharing with them. But
Sure, but that's what my mom didn't want to do.
yes, and then my wife, John.
Weird car chasing us, of course. We don't know why. We don't know why. Mom vio al hombre.
Sí.
Mira la ciudad ahí, yes.
Sí, es un hombre.
Si vamos a salir ya, ahora se está yendo.
Es un hombre.
Yep. Es un joven flaco.
Anda mal. No. Sí, es algo
No bajo de los frenos. se quiere acercar, olvídate de eso.
No, pero tú no viste lo que yo le hice.
¿Qué?
Le miré la lupa a él.
¿Cómo?
El espejo. Se va a ir, se va a ver que prenda la luz blanca, le va a dar el reflejo a la cara de él.
Skinny white man, young. Mami, ¿es blanco?
No lo he puesto más.
Definitely following us. Ya la zona no prende.
¿Quieres dar un poco para adelante? ¿Para qué? No sé. Si ese tipo no va a hacer nada, él está detrás tranquilo. Tú manejas bien. Sí, pero te digo que ya, que no va a pasar nada.
Yo en una curva extra, lo estoy tratando. En una curva extra, yo no quiero tratar de flasharle para atrás y detrás que mi mamá se pierda por allá.
No.
Bueno, sí, estoy bien.
¿Tiene frío?
No, yo no puedo poner abrigo ahora.
Suave.
Ok, se quedó por allá atrás, sí.
Cansado con esa culpa.
What the fuck? Apagó las luces completas.
Eso fue lo mismo que hizo. It was the exact same thing que hizo. ¿Y cuántas veces no aceleró y se nos pegó atrás después?
He did that. He actually
Se
did.
pegó a flote.
No, ya mira por ahí.
He's done. Turn off the lights when he's coming back.
No me enseñes nada, quiero que me digas.
Ya salimos ya.
Salimos, pero
Ya ahora viene. Va a venir el...
It's coming. That nigga's big as fuck. Cállate, brother. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Wait. Échate para atrás, cuidado.
ese. Suave. Come pinga. La gente no va a parar, listen. La tiene que filmar bien que no. Oh fuck.
No, bro, ¿qué tú haces?
Para que cojas dad. ¿Ves? Las personas que tienen regular cars, ellos paran. Las personas que tienen RVs y cosas así, they don't care. Vamos, dale para atrás, méteme hacia atrás. Mete el vendido.
Aguanta aquí. Aguanta aquí.
What do you got under the hood,
No,
dog?
le pusiste la mano a la de la cámara, que es normal. ¿Qué? Ven.
Mete bendigo, mom. Quiere ir para Río. Let's go to the river. Quiere ir para Río. Bet.
Oh my God, look at him. Oh my God, I love it. He's trying to see.
He's gonna go up the other side.
Oh, he got to the other side. Oh my God. Caminen, vamos.
来，这地方老好了。I love Jackie Chan. You understand? No creo que esté volcán.